Hello, everyone. I'm back. I'm going through a protest of some sort today, as you can see from my outfit. The black hat. It's not dark shades. I want you to be able to see my eyes to feel my emotion, with every word I speak. So I'm wearing reflective shades with black rims and a black tee with just do it. Just do it, because if we are going to make change or make progress as a people, we just have to close our eyes and do it. You'll understand. You'll catch up later. So I've been off for a minute. I know consistency is key. I've had a lot of I've had a lot of very eventful weekends. I've had a lot of very eventful things to do, and I decided to make this right now, irrespective of where I was, what I was doing, and whatever was going on. I have a beautiful topic for us, an amazing one at that. A reflective topic also, because my topics are always reflective. This is coincidence, black shades. I'm really on some protest type thing today. Now, the topic for the day is amazing. You know what it's called? Misogyny and Nigeria. An unspoken wedding, an unspoken relationship. Misogyny and Nigeria. An unspoken relationship. It's a marriage a lot of us don't like to speak about, but I've listened to a lot of females in my circle. I'm Nigerian, you're probably Nigerian. A lot of people looking and talking about Nigerian men. I mean, the whole culture right now, Afrobeat, Nigeria, a lot Nigeria. So let's talk about the not so nice parts. And everyone says, if you ask me, the foundation and the root of every society is in its women. The women give birth. Birth is the start of life. Is the women give life in every society, in every foundation. Even Julius Caesar was born of a woman. The greatest men in earth were born of a woman. So I think, women are actually the most amazing, creatures ever experienced on earth. They're a blessing. Forget that story that you heard about Adam, Eve. Forget all those ones. Say, Eve gave Adam the apple and based on. Look, women run the world. Let's call it spade a spade. You understand? If it's not impressing them, if it's not trying to get one, if it's not, feeling those butterflies, even my gay friends have ladies that are amazing friends to them. Like they're amazing, basically. So I think it is pertinent we speak about misogyny and Nigeria, the unspoken relationship, because it's not really spoken about. First things, what is misogyny? What do we think misogyny is? I'm a feminist. We've seen a lot of arguments, a lot of debate, a lot of people talk about feminism, what they think feminism is, and these type of things. But I want to give you guys a breakdown of misogyny. Misogyny is hatred or prejudice towards women, typically exhibited by men. Okay? It's generally accepted that misogyny is a consequence of patriarchy, and the term can be applied to certain individuals as well as larger systems, societies, and culture. Okay, cool. Now, a lot of people listening to this might be like, how can this guy say misogyny is hatred of women? I love my mother. I love women. I did toast like 7 girls back to back. I respect women. I like women. Yo, dare I say, we don't respect women as much as we think we do. We are prejudiced towards our women more than we realize we are, and we are unfair to most women, especially when it comes to Nigeria. I'm going to break this down structurally, culturally, and constitutionally. Okay, get with me. It's not going to be, I'm trying to make this as fast as possible. This is off the rip. Okay, listen, make I even write them down. Structurally, see, I have a note for you guys. Structurally, constitutionally, let me even add emotionally and culturally. Now, you say you don't hate your women, but how is it that in this society that we are, for most Nigerians, the woman is not regarded as important? The woman is always regarded as second fiddle. I have a friend of mine who always brings to light situations like this, and I'm like, why is it she's the only one? Why is it that there's this prejudice against women that no one speaks of? I have a sister. She's the only one I have. And I will hate a society where her kids, even her, would have to go through situations that most women go through, every woman goes through. And she goes through some of it, and I can't help it because the society is bigger than me. I can't control it. But I'm protesting. Let me put back my glasses on. Now, let me quickly get through this. What do I mean when I say constitutionally we are prejudiced against our women? Constitutionally, we don't respect our women. I'm going to ask you, according to the Constitution of Nigeria, do you know the legal age of consent? Do you know the legal age of consent? So, like I was saying, do we know the legal age of consent in our country? Our amazing country, Nigeria. Do we know the legal age of consent? Let me reduce this thing so that I'm not facing my face. It's 11 years old. Now, this means low-key pedophilia. Okay, PDFL is legal in this country. Tell me a place where you respect women and you do that. Okay, the lowest age of consent is in Nigeria, 11 years old, followed by the Philippines and Angola, 12 years old. Then the age of consent is 13 in 3 countries, Niger, Comoros, and Burkina Faso. Let's forget those other ones. Nigeria, the lowest age of consent in the world. Explain how you respect women and you do this to children. Explain it. How this is still in the constitution till today and no one is speaking about it. Is it because we are tuned into the Western culture and we just believe that women should be of age? This means anyone who takes advantage of an 11-year-old, 12-year-old, 13-year-old is backed up by the law and is within his right. Now, let me ask you, is that right? Nigeria will help you understand that not having all rights are right. Your misogyny is something we have to speak about, because you can't tell me you love women or you respect women and you have this in your constitution till tomorrow. And no one's speaking about it. I really was shocked when I found out about this. I was damn near this year old when I found out about it. No one ever told us this in school. They don't teach us this in high school, in primary school. No one knows this, that kids can be taken advantage of in this way. So constitutionally, you see how misogyny exists. Okay, let me break it down to the other modes that I broke down. Emotionally, we don't respect women. Let me give an example. Growing up here, I learned how to drive from my mom, and I've told this story to everyone who cared to listen. To show you how enunciated and ingratiated misogyny is in the society. So there's this very quiet road close to where our house is back in Lagos, and my mom was teaching me how to drive. When you're driving, everyone knows you don't learn how to drive on the express. You learn how to drive in the quiet roads where cars have to slow down and stuff like that. My mom was teaching me on a Sunday. We just came back from church. Dad was busy doing stuff. Mom was she took out the time, my beautiful mom, took out the time to teach me. In the car, I was learning. She was stretching to help adjust the steering as I was, pressing the pedal, because our lives were in my hand. So, as we were as I was learning to drive and she was giving instructions, lo and behold, an Okada man, for those who might not know, an Okada man is a bike man who transports people on a motorbike from point A to point B. You pay them like 50 naira, 100 naira to transport you from point A to point B. Now, these are public transport riders who could not afford a bus. They could not afford a keke napep, that's a tricycle. They could only afford the two-wheelers, that's the bicycle. No, it's a bit higher than the bicycle, it's a motorcycle. But it's rickety, it's not like a power bike, it's the cheapest of the cheapest, This man passed, and do you know what he shouted at me? He said, Agbaya, you dey let woman teach you how to drive. I was shocked to my bones. I was like, wait, am I in a car owned by my mother, being taught to drive by my mother, being spoken down on by a man who does not have a car, who is doing public transport, 30 naira, 40 naira, 50 naira? That's less than a pound. That's less than 50p, bro. He's talking down on me because my own mother is teaching me how to drive. It would have been more respected if it was a man. It doesn't matter if it was a killer. It doesn't matter if it was nothing. As far as it was a man, it would have been more respected, right? Right? Because what would give such a man that courage to talk down? That thing stuck with me because I was wondering at all the constructs on how it made sense, and it never did. Maybe someone listening here can make it make sense to me, because clarity can only be gotten after sharing information, and someone might offer me something that I never realized. So someone can explain to me the social degradation of how misogyny has encroached society. Now, I can give you several examples. I've had friends, female friends, tell me they walk into restaurants, they're not given the time of day, but when a man is around the corner, the respect changes. Even women do this to women. Talk less waitresses and waiters. You cannot tell me someone listening to this video has experienced that type of thing. Why is this so rampant in our society? Why can't you respect them for being them? Why do you have to talk down or believe or look at these people as second-class citizens? Why? Because a lot of things are wrong in our country. I understand that. I respect that. But it's by fixing the little problems like this that no one notices. That is when those are the things that actually create huge changes in the problems that we actually want solved. So someone has to speak about it. And I'm taking up the mantle today to, address it. So someone answer this. Someone answer me. Someone speak to me if you have answers. Because you can't say that you love women and this is your everyday life. I beg now, woman, they talk. I beg, no, they listen to this thing. I beg you. I've had people have to call their husbands to act like they are in charge. They are the ones behind the situation, just so that they are not talked down on. Uber drivers do this. They don't respect the female passengers. They talk down on them if they think that they are not with a man. They call them. You believe every woman is a prostitute. So sickening behaviors from people in the society. Man. That's constitutional, emotional, and social. You've seen how misogyny exists culturally. Let's go there. Now, Nigeria is a country, that believes in culture. Everyone has their culture. Everyone has their tradition. This is what we base on. This is what we pride ourselves on. Underdeveloped, but we pride ourselves on culture, tradition. We're like, even if we lose everything, we're gonna keep the culture. Okay, then tell me why. Yeah, tell me why. In culture, there is no law protecting women who are married to husbands, who unfortunately lose husbands. We've seen this in movies. We've seen this in real life. We've seen this in social. You cannot love your women then have her husband die, have her be a widow, then you take all the properties off of her, you leave her and the children to become destitute, to hustle for herself. Bro, where's it done, bro? Can you love women and do that? Can you say you don't have misogyny in your system, in your bloodstream? Look, this thing is you don't even realize when you're doing it. The movies depict this, the music that we listen to depicts this, the behaviors of, it's damn near sadly normalized in society. And not everyone is going to be blessed to switch societies to realize this is not life. Jay-Z said, no, this can't be life. Jay-Z only went to Ilorin once with Beyonce, where he shouts that one. People who are living reality in that situation. What of women going through this situation? How can you say there is no misogyny? So you see now, I've broken down 3 ways. Constitutionally, emotionally, culturally. 3 ways for you to see the relationship between misogyny and Nigeria, to see that this is actually a marriage. And we must bring a divorce. We have to draw the line to create a separation. There's separation between power, church and state. There should be separation between misogyny and Nigerians. Women should be respected by themselves. Even those who are doing prostitution, leave them be. You shouldn't judge people because a lot of men are doing it as well. So let's respect everyone for who they are. You only give disrespect after disrespect has been offered to you. Isn't that common sense? Now, the 4th one. This one is tricky. Structural. Now, let me start by breaking down what structure is, so that I can just quickly, get through this. A building or object, all right. The arrangement of and relations between the parts and elements of something complex. Now, this one is very critical. You might not notice it. People do not notice it because it is part of the fiber. It is so subtle. It is like a smudge. It is like a sprinkle. A sprinkle of misogyny. But every time, if you sprinkle salt inside something, and you've not, between cooking it, that food is going to be salty. If you're cooking like beans for 2 hours and every 3 minutes you put salt, even if it's just a smudge, that beans is going to be salty. Okay, so we cannot even ignore the little things. You see, in organizations, in companies, in offices, in churches, in serious situations that are where structure is I don't have the word, where structure is being complied with, where hierarchy is being complied with. Dare I say, there's also misogyny in these systems, subliminally. You're not going to notice it. Trust me. That's why you can see records like the first woman to do this, the first woman to CEO, the first woman, oh my God, a female governor, oh my God, a female this, oh my God. It's a celebration when a female does something, because structurally it's not supposed to be. It's not possible. She don't still the para today say till today that everything his grandmother stood for, she's only taught, the only out of all the things his grandmother stood for, they only tell us from high school that she was the first woman to drive a car. Hold on. Let me Google it for you. Google it as you are listening to this. First woman to drive a car in Nigeria. Sorry, I should have put in Nigeria. Fumilayo Ransom Kuti. This is a website, a very tangible website that is posting this. Five achievements of Fumilayo Ransom Kuti besides the first woman to drive a car. This article was posted May 26, 2024. And I respect this because this is also helping my cause. They are trying to educate us. It came out this year, May 24. They said the five achievements of Fumilayo Ransom Kuti besides being the first woman to drive a car. I'm going to post the headline while you're watching this. Because they know, say since high school, the only thing we know about her was that she was the first woman to drive a car. Nothing more, nothing less. To put hand inside steering, turn arm, sit down, and move forward. That is her. That was the only achievement they taught us from high school that this woman did. First one, let me tell you what is listed here. Organized a successful women's protest against oppressive tax. One, we were never told that. Founded a literacy class for women. She was part of the first Nigerian political party. She was the founder of the feminist movement in Nigeria. She won international and national awards. Is this not a great woman? Is this not a more than great woman that is taking strides? She found the feminist movement in 1949, bro. Even my parents were not yet born. These are the heroes that we sing about in our anthem. They've changed the anthem, the old anthem. I'm sorry. Let's not even talk about the because no one knows the new one. You know, these are our heroes past. These are the heroes that they never told us about. How could she have done these great things? Because structurally, they are putting it in the minds of kids subliminally that women are not able to do stuff aside the basic stuff. That's why I see when women, most of the time, all they do is sexualize themselves, not trying to think of something great, not trying to hustle or become something, posting alerts from men, having subservience to men based on what the men give them, talking about my man being the phrase. I'm like, oh my days. This is the result of accumulation of this subtle misogyny. Because if these women have been made to believe in themselves, trust me, they'll aim for higher than the stars, higher than the moon. So structurally, there is a problem. We should not be celebrating, or we should not be afraid to put a woman in charge. I was listening to some of my mentors, and you know, women are actually the best to put in executive positions to run your business. Once this pot blows and stuff like that, you know, if I want to put someone in charge to help in the day-to-day running, you know, I'll rather put a woman. And I've listened to, you know, discussions. I have my reasons, you know, and they all make sense. But I don't want to, because that is going to lead to another topic, you know, another whole rambling of another topic, and I don't want to get on there. I'll get on there later. But it makes sense, bro. These people are rational. They think properly. They are very intelligent. They don't compete with you. No competition, because no testosterone that is going to be forming competition to, you know how we men are now, like, you know, subtle competition. I want to be better. No, they will be so efficient. Everyone has their lapses. No one is perfect. But if you A and B, the women are more efficient and are very, very effective when put in executive positions. This is a rarity, or was a rarity. I think it's changing now, but it was a rarity. So I say all this to say I am protesting today. I need women, and I want us men listening, because it starts from us, and women too. I know it's been hard to envy, jealousy, but you are more than the country is making you think you are. Trust me. Don't mind that Uber driver who might not have regard for your respect for you. Don't mind the people who might still be having that myopic mindset, like you're just, I mean, how can you love your mom and disrespect other women? It doesn't make sense. Does it? If it does, someone, hit me up in the comments and let me know. But trust me, it doesn't to me. So, while you guys are protesting on some other stuff, I am protesting on my own stuff. This is a serious protest. We need women to be respected more. We need a divorce between misogyny and Nigerians. Because this is a very coded marriage, a coded union, that we can even see Funmilayo Ransom Kuti from the feminist movement against in 1949. God damn. Who am I? Coming here in 2024 to come and be advising or informing. Bro, the age of consent is 11, bro. 11. Everyone was rapping, say Drake is with kids. Yo, bro, I don't even want to say much, bro. But we all know, every intelligent person knows. Things have to change, man. Trust me. Things have to change. So now you understand why I say we have to create change. We have to make change happen. And like the Nike sign on my shirt when I showed you earlier, we just have to do it. And it takes heart. It takes heart to go against the grain. To be like, no, I respect you as a woman. I respect you as a lady. I'm going to respect your opinions. I'm going to, in traffic, I'm going to let you pass. Even while driving, because a woman is driving, she's not even respected sometimes. They'll be like, a woman, they drive. What does that mean? So, I know we're a fourth world country. I understand this, but we should not lose our humanity. It's common decency, it's common intelligence, bro. Why should the woman pack out of her house and go to suffer because she lost her husband? Then the dead brothers or crazy in-laws who are living but all come like vultures, circle around the property and reap everything, not thinking of benefits for the woman and her kids, their brother's wife and kids. These people will be legally married though. And there'll still be no regard, and there's no law backing them. What sort of society is this? You can't tell me that there's no misogyny is not ingrained in culture, bro. I've given it to you structurally, constitutionally, emotionally, and which one again? Structurally, constitutionally, emotionally, and culturally. I think I said the four of them. We have to change, bro. We have to change, ma'am. We have to change, sir. And it starts from us. Arigato.